Welcome to Tech Tip Tuesday. I'm Allison Rogers, Instructional Technology Specialist here at RESA, and today's Tech Tip Tuesday is going to focus on the Google Chrome extension called Grammarly. Grammarly will help you with spelling, grammar, and synonym suggestions when you write within the web. To get the Grammarly extension, go to the Chrome Web Store and search Grammarly. Then go ahead and add it to Chrome. And be aware that Grammarly specifically works within these locations: Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, and a lot of other places on the web, but not everywhere. For example, it does not work within Google Docs. So once you have Google Chrome added, you'll notice that the extension is this green button. Click that button, and you'll see that Grammarly is active, but it's also missing features. Now you can use Grammarly as is, but if you want to add some additional features, such as adding a personal dictionary, for example, then go ahead and create a free account and log in. Now, as you can see, Grammarly can work within other apps, so you can install it for Office or Windows if you'd like. But you can see that I've enabled it for Chrome. And then if I go to my profile, this is where I can go under Personal Dictionary and add maybe common words that Grammarly marks as incorrect. So for example, Grammarly I've noticed often tells me that CC Risa is misspelled. So I'm going to add that to my dictionary so that I don't have to spend time correcting that every time. So now I'm going to click on my Grammarly extension, and now that I've created an account, I'm logged in, but right now it's only checking for grammar and spelling. If I want, I can enable Grammarly to check for definitions and synonyms, meaning it will give me suggestions. So I'm going to go ahead and enable that. And so how Grammarly works is it will mark mistakes with red and green lines. So you can just simply hover over your mouse under the red line, for example, and it will tell you, did you mean IT''s? And you can say correct it or ignore it. Same thing with a synonym. You can say, maybe highlight the word years, maybe I want a different word for that, and it will give you suggestions, and you can pick those suggestions. So let's say I'm typing an email within Gmail, and you can see that I have some spelling mistakes. I have a grammar mistake, and it's telling me that CC Risa is misspelled. Let's say that I hadn't already put that in my dictionary. So if I go to the bottom here, it's telling me you have 5 mistakes. If I click that red button, it's telling me all of the issues, and I can correct them all in this space provided. If I want to do it within the document though, I can go back to Gmail and just hover over the words. I can either hover over or I can left click, and then I can pick the correct word and it will replace it. Now remember not to right click, because that's not going to give you what you want. You want to either left click or just hover over and pick the correct word. Let's say I want a synonym for a word. I highlight it, and then for synonyms you just double click and it will give you suggestions, and then you just pick the word that you want and it will replace it. And then here, if I hover over, it's telling me that I have maybe some grammar issues, so I can either ignore it or I can say correct with Grammarly, and it's going to tell me this is what the issue is. Did you mean it's with an apostrophe? And I do mean that, so I'm just going to click that green and it's corrected. Now I'm going to go back to Gmail and I'm going to finish making my changes. So right now it's telling me that CC Risa is not spelled correctly. I use this word all the time, so I want to actually go in and add it to my dictionary. So this is the other way that you can add it without having to go into your account. Just simply click Add to Dictionary, and so now it's not going to pick up that word as being misspelled since it's in your dictionary and you use it all the time spelled that way. So that's it for today's Tech Tip Tuesday. If you have an idea, question, or suggestion for a Tech Tip Tuesday topic, email me your idea and it may be featured in a future training or Tech Tip Tuesday blast.